Hey guys, and welcome to the Family Fudge. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my kids' summer evening routine. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Jennifer and I have 4 kids, ages 4 to 10. A few weeks ago, I shared our summer morning routine, and if you want to check out that video, I'll go ahead and link it down below. After that video, I received so many requests to show our evening routine as well, so that's exactly what I'm going to do today. But as I'm going through our routine, I'm also going to be sharing some of my favorite gadgets and hacks to make bedtime go smoothly. During the summer, our routine is definitely more laid back. To keep us on track, however, I did go ahead and create a checklist for us to refer to, and if you'd like to use this checklist yourself, you can find it on thefamilyfudge.com. Now, before I get started on our routine, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button if you're new and you like what you see. Basically, our evening starts with dinner, and I would really like to say that I always have dinner ready at 6 o'clock on the spot, but that is just not how it works out most of the time. Dinner typically isn't ready until 6:45 or even 7, especially in the summer. Now, I do want to go ahead and share with you a system that I created years ago, and this definitely makes meal planning for the entire month easier for me. This is just a magnetic calendar that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I just bought a pack of colorful cardstock, and then I went ahead and wrote down about a month's worth of my family's favorite dinners. Things that we have all the time, including recipes that are tried and true. Then I just attached magnets from the Dollar Tree to the back of each little card. That way I can easily move these around and use them over and over to plan out the dinners for the month. For tonight's dinner, we did make your own pizza night, which my kids love, and it happens to be one of my favorites too. Everyone loves picking their own toppings and making it just the way they like it. Now, to go along with these pizzas, my son Jackson helped put together a super simple Caesar salad kit. And just before everything was ready, my littlest guy, Griffin, helped to set the table. This is his special job, and I think he does it really well. After dinner comes the next part of our routine, which is to clean up. Now, usually this doesn't take very long, and it's really where my older kids get a chance to pitch in. They each have their own special job that they do to help, and it's actually the same job that they do in the morning during their morning routines. Lily is in charge of clearing and wiping down the table. No one likes a sticky table, so this job is definitely important. Jackson's job is all about the floors, so he makes sure to remove the chairs so that he can really get all of the crumbs under the table. Sometimes he'll use a broom and a dustpan for this, while other times he'll use the vacuum. But it really just depends whether the vacuum battery is charged or not. Then Mackenzie's job is to help unload the dishwasher. And of course, Griffin already had his job earlier in setting the table. Now that brings me to the next part of our routine, which I call free time. This really varies night to night, but basically it's where the kids can use their tablets, they can play games, they can play with toys, or watch a show. Tonight we decided on 2 activities. First, Mackenzie, Griffin, and Lily helped me to make some tiny strawberry shortcakes. First, Mackenzie helped wash the berries really well, then she carefully sliced them up. Cutting different fruits and veggies is something she's been working on recently, and she's graduated from a kid knife to a regular knife. So into the cups I added a layer of fresh strawberries, and then the 2 little kids helped to add layers of angel food cake. And once we had everything in our tiny little cups, I just pushed it down as far as I could and then topped it all with whipped cream and garnished the top of each of them with a slice of strawberry. This one was super easy, especially because I used a store-bought angel food cake. Now, after our treats were done, we were left with just enough time for a short show, and I have to tell you guys how much I love these short shows and documentaries on Disney+. We decided on a show called Prop Culture, and this was really interesting, you guys. Especially if you're a fan of classic Disney movies like I am, you would definitely like this one. At this point in the evening, it's really time to start wrapping things up and getting ready for bed. So that means the TVs get turned off, all of the tablets and other devices also get turned off, and the rule is that there's no more electronics after this point in the evening. And that also means it's time to head upstairs and grab the pajamas. Now, honestly, we don't keep a ton of jammies at our house. Generally, each kid just has a few pairs and they'll wear them for a couple of nights and then we wash them. The kids tuck their current jammies under their pillows when they're making their bed in the morning, so when it's bedtime, they're easy to grab, and then it's off to the showers or tub. The girls take turns in the downstairs shower, and then Jackson takes a shower in the upstairs bathroom. And then as soon as he's done, it's time for Griffin to take a bath. The older kids generally shower independently, but every few days I do like to help them out with a special swimmer shampoo, since they swim pretty often. Now, the only downside to this shampoo is that it's not tear-free. So for my younger kids, I like to help them with this splash guard. I found this on Amazon and it works like a charm. After showers, it's time to tackle the tangles. And honestly, sometimes this gets pretty scary, but two things that really help this process are, number one, a good detangling brush. I like to use the Wet Brush brand, and I also like to use a nice light leave-in conditioner. Once I have all of the tangles out, I do like to go ahead and put each girl's hair in a braid and add a nice soft scrunchie at the end. This really just helps the hair not get all tangled up while they're sleeping, and it gives them really pretty waves in the morning. Next up, it's time to brush. Recently, I found this really cool gadget on Amazon, and it's basically a brushing and washing timer for kids. This little guy just attaches to the mirror or your wall, then the kids just hit the start button when they're ready to start brushing. The timer stays on for 2 minutes, which is the amount of time most dentists recommend you continually brush your teeth for. When the time is up, the red light will turn on. Now, this works the same way for hand washing, but that timer only lasts for 20 seconds. Now that brings us to quiet time. Generally, this happens for about 10 to 20 minutes before lights out, and something I recently picked up for the kids to do during their quiet time are journals. For Mackenzie, I picked up the Daily Gratitude Journal for Kids. It has a space for her to write down what she's grateful for every day, but there's also specific questions and prompts, and there's also inspirational quotes as well. For Jackson, I got something super sweet. This is a mother and son keepsake journal, and this book is super sweet because it's actually for Jackson and I to do together. So he answers some questions and then gives it to me, then I answer some questions and give it back to him. So I really love that idea. And then for Griffin, I got something really cute but really simple for his age. This just has simple questions that I can ask him, maybe one day at a time. Then he can either fill in the answers himself or I can fill them in for him. And then for Lily, I got the My Happiness Journal, and this one includes a lot of drawing, which is perfect for her because she's my little artist. Now, I did find all of these on Amazon, and if I can remember, I will link them down below. So after the journals and quiet time, it is lights out time. Now, I have to be honest, because it's summer, it can sometimes be pretty light outside when the kids are supposed to be going to bed, and that can be a challenge, especially for my girls' bedroom. They have a huge window in their room, and even though their curtains were pretty cute, they did a really bad job at blocking out light. So I went ahead and changed them out for some blackout curtains that I found at Target. Having a darker room definitely helps them fall asleep. And then in my boys' room, I recently added a special nightlight. Now this one is super fun. It can be used as a regular nightlight or as a ceiling projector. So essentially, it's creating a really calming light show to help lull my boys to sleep. Now I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any bedtime routine tips or hacks that you use. I'm always interested in learning more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.